Hi Sagittarius, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com, and this is your annual forecast on love 2015. Sagittarians, you have Uranus that is there in your love sector the entire year, and Uranus, as you all know, is a wild boy of astrology. He's disruptive, brings about chaos, is unpredictable, unreliable, loves a lot of excitement, refuses to commit. But he is also a highly creative, a very innovative planet as well. Now this planet is there in your love sector, and you would want to have love that is exciting, someone who's really interesting, someone who's maybe a little bit wild, and someone who is absolutely unconventional. So a lot of you can actually fall in and out of love maybe a million times this year. You may, as quickly as you fall in love, as quickly it is that you will fall out of love as well. Mars is there in your love sector from mid-February to mid-March, and it carries on being there till the time your solar eclipse occurs in your love chart in March. Now this is a great time to fall in love, and it will happen very quickly like lightning. However, it could be for some of you, it's as though it's being at love at first sight, but like I said, don't be in a hurry to commit. You may just fall out of love very quickly as well. Now Uranus is also going to be ruling your creativity, children, pets. So you could find your children being quite unpredictable at this point of time. You may also find it a little difficult to take care of your pets. As far as your creativity is concerned, Uranus is just going to be electrifying that more. So you could feel, some of you could feel quite inspired. You could feel, there could just be this surge of creativity, and you could be going about exploring new ideas, new themes. Maybe if you're artists, sculptors, writers, maybe things that you have not done before. You've maybe thought about it, but you've not really done much about it. And this is the time when Uranus is going to sort of help you break free of all the boundaries and really go out and explore your creativity to the fullest. It's quite a fun and a charming placement for Uranus to be. However, you could also find that you get bored very easily, Sagittarians, and the moment the excitement finishes, it ends, you feel that, okay, now what? So sustenance is something that could be an issue for you in love as far as 2015 is concerned. And Mercury is going to be going retrograde, and this is again happening in your relationship sector in mid-May. So try and watch your communication with your loved ones. Try to be as articulate. Keep the communication simple, brief, to whatever it is best that you can. Some of you could also see a return of an old love during the Mercury retrograde, and you could find that you are not just attracted to an old love, but it could also be maybe rekindling of an old relationship, maybe something that you have been pining for a long time. Mars is in your intimacy sector from June till early August, and you're going to be craving more intimacy in your life, and you're likely to be finding it from your family and your friends. You can have an intense lover, but it won't really actually lead to anything meaningful. And a lunar eclipse is going to be happening in your chart in September, and you could be finding yourself being very emotional, being very protective, concerned about your loved ones, about your family specifically. And this has to do with it can also have to do with the person whom you love in your life. You could be feeling very emotional about this person. Now until June 15, and then again September 18th, Saturn, which is there, it's moved out of Scorpio, it's moved into your sign. So it's there in your first house, and it's making you do all the lessons about your goals, your desires, your dreams, your perception about yourself. So these are I think the next 2.5 years, Saturn is going to be sitting and making you look at your own patterns, the image that you want to project to the world outside, your own perceptions about yourself, whether they are physical, there some of you could be going through a drastical makeover. Maybe you would have lost a lot of weight or got a new wardrobe or radically different haircut. Some of you could have emotionally changed, or inherently there could be some habits, some patterns that you would have broken, and you would now be you could be conscious of maybe the drawbacks that you have as a person, and you could be working upon them to be a better person. And Saturn, and how that would be, that Saturn would constantly be throwing you in situations or in circumstances that could be forcing you to look at those patterns and recognize them for what they are, or maybe those are the blockages that are not letting you move forward. So Saturn from May to September goes retrograde, and it goes into a part of your chart that's still more private, and it has to do with spirituality, and it has to do with compassion, and that is a time wherein that you could be again in a sort of a contemplative mode. You're going to be again revising, retweaking, looking at what is it that your purpose of life, what is it that you're supposed to be doing in this world, and so on and so forth. But for the majority of the time, Saturn for you is there in your own house, and this is a slightly, I would say, an uncomfortable position for you, because for Sagittarians, you really couldn't care less. You like me, great. You don't like me, that's all right. But Saturn is not going to be letting you get away with that, Sagittarians, for the next 2.5 years. You will have to work on things which are huge irritants or which have been creating blockages for you. You could find that maybe others are judging you too much by either the way that you look or the way that you behave, or it could also be that you could be very harsh on yourself. You could be very self-critical. So try and know also, Saturn's only agenda is to help you be better, to help you evolve into a better person. So don't get too bogged down by should all these thoughts, or even if you have people questioning and saying that, oh, but why it is that you behave this way, or why it is it's because you're so rude, or because you're too in the face, or you really don't care, or things like that. So try not to take that to heart, Sagittarians. They're just Saturn's way of telling you maybe there's a better or a different way of doing things. Now Neptune has been there in your house of home, real estate, and your parents, and Neptune brings about, while it's a very spiritual, a compassionate planet, but it also brings about a lot of haze with it. You really can't see things clearly as they are, and he also tends to bring about addictions and some amount of fogginess, some amount of deception, lies. So it could be that you could be looking at your home as a refuge. It could also be that maybe as far as your parents are concerned, you could be worried about their health. Maybe it could be one of your parents has not been keeping great health, and you're worried about the parent losing sense of reality. It could be with old age that happens. So you could be worried about one of your parents, and you could be struggling to, or maybe the parent has made the home a refuge and is really refusing to go out, and the home has become the be all and end all. Just ensure that the refuge home, or rather trying not to face the world's harsh realities, that you don't turn the home into a sort of a permanent refuge for yourself. Don't try not to run away from problems, Sagittarians. I mean, it's okay to want to get away for some time, but I would say that try and keep your feet on the ground and look at things for what they are. There could also be some loopholes as far as real estate is concerned. So for those of you who have invested or are in a new property, there could be some amount, maybe you need a second opinion, maybe you need to be checking that again. There seems to be some loophole somewhere. Maybe you seem to have missed some little detail over there, so that might get required. It could be what it is being shown to you, is being projected to you, is not really what it is. Now however, Neptune's goal is to bring about mental good health. It's about spirituality, peace of mind, tranquility, and This is also a time wherein that you could, and because Neptune is rules over the water sign Pisces, taking holidays near coastal places would be really beneficial. You could find it very therapeutic, very healing. So try and maybe take a weekend off and go to coastal areas. For those of you who can't, I would say just go for a nice, check yourself in a spa and go and do some water therapy over there. On the other hand, however, some of you could also suffer from water damage at home. So try and ensure, maybe it's a new place, maybe it's your current place, that some issue with plumbing and so on and so forth. Now the entire trend, keeping Neptune on a side, as far as your love is concerned, I think the entire lesson that Uranus has been trying to tell you, not that Sagittarians, you are the people who really want to get pinned down and you want to get tied down or run into a commitment, but also the truth is you're not a sign that's very happy being in and out of relationships, much as you love excitement and adventure. However, I think Uranus, while it is going to be bringing that excitement from you, I would suggest that try not, for those of you who are dating, try not to get into a commitment very quickly. Let this year sort of pass and see as to how things go. Get to know people well. Go out, meet as many people as you can, but also I think keep at the back of your mind that this may not be the bestest of time to be committing yourself, because you could, like I said, come out of the relationship as quickly as you commit yourself to the relationship. So a lot of you could be in a relationship, but I'm speaking about commitment, I'm speaking about marriage. And for those of you who are in a marriage, this house where Uranus is has to do not with the relationship, not with the marriage house. It has to do with your love house, your house which rules love, romance, fun, creativity, children and pets. So that's different. However, there will be a lot of fun times as far as children is concerned. You could be finding your children, though at one front they could be quite rebellious, quite stubborn, but on the other hand, you could find them very talented, very unusual, and there could be some very interesting and unusual times. So I would suggest try and take some time off with your children, and if you can maybe do think really out of the box, do something really different with them, rather than taking them for the regular weekend holiday or a weekend getaway. Try and do something really nice and creative and fun, which will be wonderful for both of you. As far as your committed relationships, marriage is concerned, Uranus is to a certain extent, I think, will bring about that erratic behavior in the relationship. So there's really nothing to worry about, but I think you can mentally be prepared for a little bit of a bumpy ride that is there, So and I think somewhere it's fun also, because everything is going to be quite unpredictable. You don't know what's going to be happening the next time. Not a year for commitments, Sagittarians, but a lot of fun times as far as creativity is concerned. A brilliant time. I think when I'm speaking of love, it's not just having the relationship with the person you love, but it is also about what it is that you love doing. So it could be about your relationship with not just your relationship, but your passion towards your art, your theatre, if you're an author or a musician, and you could just find yourself being really, really at your creative best. So have a fantastic 2015, Sagittarians. Enjoy the roller coaster ride. I'll see you soon, and thank you so much for watching.